You ever thought about in the kingdom how some people really like it seems like they just love to serve. I mean, they will just go and they want to help the homeless. They want to go down and work in the streets. And I think that's awesome. I do. Like it just seems like it just flows out of them. And then some people, they, they, they tend to not need that as much. And so they don't do it as much. So why is it that some people are driven to do it and some people are not? And I don't have all this worked out in my mind. Okay, so I'm just thinking with you today. But one of the things I think, because I tend to fall in the camp that it's not easy for me to go down and serve the people in that and people who are in that kind of condition. Now I love it when I get there. Okay. And it always encourages me, but it doesn't flow out of me as automatic as it does some. And so I was thinking, what's going on there? Like, and I wonder, because you can even look at this in ministry. Some churches are really driven by that reaching out, and some churches are really driven by reaching up. And so they really focus on their connection and relationship with the Lord, and they're focused on the vertical relationship, and they can be really weak on the out relationship. And then some churches can be really strong in the out relationship and be really weak on the up relationship, and that's dangerous. We as believers in the kingdom, we got to find balance. And I think one of the reasons we get off balance is because people who are going up and they're really focused on their relationship with the Lord, they get really content because the Lord is doing a work in them and He's working out peace in their lives. And so they get content in the spiritual blessing that they're experiencing on the inside. And so they become too content to serve. Okay? Well, then people on the other side, I think, start serving, and they experience the blessings that come from helping other people. And so they get charged by it, and they get content. And so they're encouraged by the feelings that are prompted that comes from the service. And so they serve so much that they get too content to go up and work on their relationship with the Lord internally. And so it's always an outward expression for them. And so both are dangerous. You can't be too content to serve, and you can't serve so much that you're too content to meet with the Lord. Because it's just not the way the kingdom works. You might be working all the time and never producing any fruit because you're doing it all in your own power. Whereas you may be loaded, if you're on the other scale and you're always just going up and never serving, you may be loaded with power but never doing anything because you never get off the spiritual couch and serve in the power and demonstration of the Spirit. So it's a challenging thing for us to think about, is to keep these two things balanced, is to make sure that I don't become too content to serve and I don't find contentment in my serving. Neither one are a healthy place. What we got to do is make sure we're going up and meeting with the Lord, and we're going out and ministering to people. And we will find that the kingdom begins to roll in a much more productive and efficient way in our lives, because now we're not just meeting people's physical needs. We're going in power, and the physical need that we're meeting is just opening a door to become a spiritual blessing and bring heaven down to the earth. So I hope it encourages you and challenges you a little bit. It does me. It makes me want to think about, man, how am I expressing myself in and out? And I hope that if you are a person who's strong in the out, it'll make you think about how are you expressing yourself in the up. And both are important in the kingdom.